time, I will call the February meeting. That's the North Boise School Board to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Slagle, if you can please read our vision, mission, core beliefs, and high priorities.
North Boise, our vision, we inspire all students to achieve their potential for learning in life in a safe and supportive environment. Our mission, we partner with our community to create a dynamic and innovative educational experience, empowering students to become educated, productive, and responsible citizens. Our core beliefs, we believe our community is vital to our educational success. Everyone is valued and treated with respect and always telling the truth. An educational opportunity for all. Student-centered programs challenging and inspiring learning and the pursuit of excellence through a strong sense of pride. Our high priorities is enhancing the student experience, investing in administrators and staff, fostering strong relationships among all, and maximizing our resources.
With that, we are on to good news.
All right, our good news, well, we met with our South Terrace kiddos a little bit ago, but they'll be out here shortly to work with us. We have our high school swim team, Sophia Stone, 4-time pack champion in 100 freestyle. This is Dr. Wallace, look at me like I'm reading that incorrectly. No, okay, great. No pressure there. North Boise High School girls wrestling, Addie Gamblin and Kenna Kleinschmidt, state qualifiers. Our high school choir is in a solo and ensemble competition. We have gold rating advancing to state competition. Addie Gamblin, Joel Greathouse, Isaac Holder, Aiden McMunn, Lily McMunn, Emma Meek, Julia Rice, Megan Wilson, Gabby Weiniger, and Savannah Wood. And silver rating to Landry Blaylock, Aiden Farrar, and Christian. Our North Boise High School robotics team, I guess there's two different teams here. Team 22132 Gear Seekers placed second. But Battleground and Team 17994 Ragnobotics placed first. And I believe they'll be going up this next weekend up to Greenwood, Indiana for our state competition. I have to say we have, it looks like some members of our girls basketball team, right? All wave. If you wave, you get an ice cream card. And I just like to say how much of a treat it was watching them in their sectionals. Played incredibly hard, fought through rough end of the season there, and really bonded together well. It was a pleasure. I would have hated to guard anybody. And let's see, who guarded number 15 for Forest Park? Ella? Yeah. Well, good job. That girl, she was tough, but you all persevered. And seriously, the pass down the court that you like caught over your shoulder like a tight end, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That was awesome. And it's for later. Thanks for that entertainment.
Okay, so we are on to patron concerns.
I think the robotics.
Okay, ready?
I'm going to start by saying good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Okay. We'd like to thank you for coming out tonight. We are the Prowling Panthers from South Paris Elementary School, and we would like to take you on a journey and how we created the best innovation project you've ever seen. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Did you know that there are over 47,000 documented dig sites in Indiana alone? That's like 2 times the number of people who live in our area of Posey County. In the early 1800s, some of the first documented dig sites were found in our very own backyard of New Harmony, Indiana. We got the opportunity to meet with Dr. Michael, who is an archaeologist from USI, and he shared with us some of the problems that archaeologists face. One of the biggest problems that stuck out to our team was the hazardous work sites, which include erosion, steep terrain, and small confined spaces that us humans just can't fit into. So we as a team decided to come up with an amazing idea to help solve this problem. So judges, I would like you to meet Archie. Not only can Archie collect data and send it to an app on your phone, he can also transform into a much smaller robot and fit into those confined spaces. Now we need to take a step closer into the future of robotics, and now I'd like to hand it over to my teammate Luke, who can show you how everything works.
So this robot you see before you is called Archie. He is comprised of 3 hubs that each control a specific area of his body. That top hub will control that head and the top wheels, as you can see. The hub labeled number 5 controls the legs with the motors. And then hub number 3 controls all the arms and then the hand movements. Have you guys ever heard of the movie Transformers? So the reason we have, say, these top wheels is for it to actually be able to go into its back and actually act in a way as a car. Another way we also wanted it was for it to go down into a smaller area. But since we don't have the time, money, and resources, we decided to just have a second robot to be our replica of the ability that this could have if it were to be mass produced. Now I'd like to hand it over to my teammate Brayden to explain to you how this smaller version would work.
So Archie will go into the cave and it'll scan the artifact and it'll send it to the archaeologist's phone, and so the archaeologist can know if we want to pick up the artifacts or if we want to leave it there if we don't want to disturb it. Now I'd like to hand it over to my teammate Mal.
For our design process, we met with a communication specialist who, along with our coach, helped us develop our ideas to bring them to life. We started with our biggest, boldest ideas and then worked our way backwards. Together as a team, we decided on a board design that we knew we could create within our time frame and within the resources we have. Our innovation board is created entirely out of Legos and 3D printed objects. For the 3D printed objects, we use Tinkercad and Thingiverse. We designated jobs so we could be as efficient as possible. While some people worked on board design, others worked on building the robots and coding them. Now I'd like to hand it over to my teammates Olive and Olivia so they can talk to you about our project development and feedback we received.
After we completed our projects, we went back to Dr. Michael to show him our completed project. He thought it was very creative and would be efficient in some dig sites. He even gave us the idea of adding a magnetometer to Archie, which would increase time, efficiency, and money. A magnetometer is an instrument that archaeologists use to go back and forth across fields to to find artifacts. And if Archie has a magnetometer, he can scan the whole dig site and find those artifacts in just minutes. We continue to dive deeper into learning about the magnetometer and how we can code and build this programming for our robot. I will now hand it off to Olivia so she can give you more feedback about our innovation project.
We also talked to Megan Smith, who's a scientist from NASA. She was so excited to see such an innovative idea and was able to provide us with a real estimate on how much a robot with these capabilities would cost. She said a full-size, 6-foot, professional-grade robot would cost around $90,000 to $260,000, depending on the final system specifications. We have a full breakdown of parts and costs written down in our scrapbook that we have in the gym. Before, sausage. That concludes our innovation portion of our presentation. Now I'd like to hand it off to my teammate Chandler so he can talk to you more about our mission robot and strategy.
Now we would like to take you on another journey, as now I will be talking to you about our mission robot and strategy. We have learned from trial and error and tons of research that our first robots would just not stay together. Our attachments were clumsy and they were actually hard to attach. We took way too long checking out different attachments for different missions. That's when our Google searches got more into depth and detail. We started watching YouTube videos from Zachary Trotline and Gary Law. We call him Mr. Code. We also started watching videos on the Telegram website. Also, our coach signed up for a college robotics course through the First Little Teacher website. Through that, we learned about robot designs, box robots, traction robots, gear ratios, wheel designs, and most importantly, MyBot coding. Our robot is a version of the First Little Teacher TrackX robot. We learned by putting weights on our robot that would give us more control and accuracy. When we were first running our robot, we first used inches, then we went down to centimeters, but then we used degrees for more precision. Once that was in, we could push the coding to the side and just use things like gyro forward, gyro backwards, left turn, right turn. Now I'd like to introduce my teammate Ethan to talk to you about our mission strategy.
What you see here is our run strategy for doing all the missions. We did it this way, so then we got the most points and accuracy in an amount of time that was under the time that we needed. And we did this with the very robot over there. And now I'd like to introduce my friend Bryson to talk about the robots we use, the attachments we use on these runs.
These attachments are one of the coolest attachments. This one's called the fork arm. It goes up and down. This arm goes up and down for the minecart. This attachment is called the boulder crusher. This arm goes down on the silo and hits it. And then this picks up the artifact that's with the silo. Now I'd like to hand it over to my teammate Benjamin.
During our amazing adventure, we ran into a lot of frustrations. Like the first year of robotics, we had one coder. The second year, we only had 2 coders. This year, we have 8 coders. The problem we ran into there was too many coders caused too many problems. Like they were saving missions and naming them different things, so we didn't know which was which. We made 3 robots. 2 were used on each end of the board simultaneously, and 1 was used to code and practice new attachments. The problem there was not all robots were identical, so all of the attachments and runs were off. Our biggest problem is space. We are a very small school, and we ended up taking an old music stage as our robotics lab. Now, to conclude our presentation, I'd like to hand it over to my twin sister, Ella. First, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And as sad as it is to see you go, we'd like to thank you, and before you leave, we'd like to leave you with this. To quote the famous archaeologist Sarah Parcak, archaeology holds the key to understanding who we are and where we came from. We as a team decided to honor the past and learn from it so we can understand the gift of our present and learn from it.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
How are you?
You guys, if they're gonna take this part down.
She said they were gonna leave it, so
Okay.
that it wasn't a come back after.
Oh, probably lots of times.
That was awesome.
Yes. That was one of the better rounds we had. They said on meetings at the very beginning of our.
Now, this group will be going to New Jersey in June.
Mhm.
But has the opportunity to go to New Jersey and to compete. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so with that, we will move on to patrons' concerns. So we do have a couple signed up. I will refer you to our policy we have. You're probably familiar with it, but Heather.
Actually not.
I have it right
I've
here.
got it. You
Okay.
just stop me if I break it.
The floor is yours.
Okay, so if I'm being 100% honest, I thought there would be other patrons here with other concerns. Because for the last week and a half, easy, more so really, we have heard grumblings and just ridiculous claims from different people in the community. Now, these people do exactly what they're doing tonight. They don't show up. They don't show up to claim in public what's wrong. They don't want to speak in front of other people. They want to do it on stop signs and other things of that nature. And it's getting to the point where it's now affecting my office and my efficiency of my office. And I would like to say that I'm sick and tired of wasting time on those individuals, especially ones who are at our games while we should be cheering these girls on and they're cheering against them on the other side of the stands. I'm sick of giving time and effort into those people. I think that there are the opportunities to come in to my office to investigate if there are questions. That's what we're there for. That's what the records are for. But to continue to give merit to these people is just an absolute waste of time. And if they don't have the guts or the common courtesy to come and do it the right way, then we should stop. We should just stop giving them every avenue and option to hear them out. These girls, unfortunately, back here went through a really bad situation. And I think by their showing up pretty much shows that they felt like in a really bad situation, someone stood up for them and did the right thing. Would you guys agree with that? Okay, so if we could just stop with the nonsense from an athletic standpoint, from an ECA standpoint, so that I can continue to run and do my job efficiently, that would be fabulous. If those people have concerns, I wish they would come to us openly. Because rather, at this point, I am being compliant on things, or I'm incompetent. And I would like to know which, and not through a stop sign. I wish you could just come tell me, okay? So, that's my concerns. Once again, I'd like to give kudos to this group. They went through a really bad situation, and they worked really hard, and that is what North Post is about, working together. So, good job, girls.
Just kind of briefly addressing that as well. I feel like as a teacher, as a coach, if I'm doing my job, the athletic director is going to help support me. But I also shouldn't need the athletic director because I'm doing my job, right? I am controlling the team, controlling the parents. I'm holding the ship together. But our athletic director has been nothing but supportive of me when I've had an issue or when I've not had an issue. Been very supportive of me, and I don't ever want to leave because because I love North Post, because I love my athletic director working and supporting of me. I love the game, I love the sport, but more importantly, I love the community, and he is nothing but, like, as you're reading our values, he's done nothing but check every single one of those boxes off. And staying late, coming early, working classes, helping to support the athletes to make sure that we as coaches don't have to work as hard. I'm here because I support North Post and I support our athletic director and what he's doing for our school, and I hope that you guys are feeling the same way. So,
Thank you for your comments.
You can talk. You can also leave. Okay.
Here's what you think.
Oh, no.
Who's that?
Oh, they really do get up.
We were lying.
Nice, see, tell your friends.
No.
I got her. Speak in your community.
Thank you so much.
And you're welcome to stay for the rest of this exciting meeting.
Oh, no, that's good, girl. See you. Bye. Oh, careful going home.
We will move on to minutes, clean docket, consent items. Mr. Slagle, if you wouldn't mind giving us a quick run through of those.
We do have the minutes docket and consent items for you to approve. I would like to mention 5 of these items in particular. We do have the following retirements listed here. Donna McGinnis. I know she's listening at home, and we're just thankful that she does know she'll get that, but she's going to retire after 23 years serving South Terrace. Kathy Petrig from our junior high is going to retire after 31 years of service. Christy Reynolds from South Terrace here with 28 years of service. Madonna Munsterman with us for 23 years of service. And Kathy Martin after 18 years of service.
They choose to fill it.
Yeah, it's a lot of years.
So we have the minutes, pen dockets, and consent items before you for approval.
Looking for a motion to approve the consent items as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion on these? And especially want to wish our best to our retired, soon to be retirees, and thank them for their service. Have a motion and a second on the consent items. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. On to new business. Under new business, looking for a motion to approve the amendment that we had discussed in the last meeting. We had a public hearing on the addendum of the superintendent's regular teacher's contract. The amendment extends the current term of the addendum through June 30th, 2028. Additionally, the superintendent is allowed to sell back up to 5 vacation days per year to bank a maximum of 25 vacation days payable on separation. For a motion to approve this amendment.
I'll make a motion to approve the amendment.
I'll second it.
Any discussion on this? Motion and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Next time here, we're just asking for permission to move funds from outdated accounts over. The funds total $866.07, and they will be moved from their individual accounts to the education fund. Most of these are grant funds that probably people who applied for them are no longer with us.
For a motion to approve these transfers.
I'll make a motion to approve the transfers.
Second,
I'll say.
any discussion on this? Motion, a second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Mr. Slayton.
Next, we were talking about an ATM provided by Liberty Federal at the high school for our student and our family's convenience, especially at concession stands and things of that nature. When I brought it to you before, you had some questions about it. I think the investment that Liberty is making is a substantial investment and one that they talk about the fees that I think one of the questions are, will we be getting any money from this? We won't be getting any money from this. They did share numbers with me that they asked that I not share those because I don't think they want that information out there per se. We are looking at the east parking lot of the high school, kind of on the south end, right along High School Road, taking up to about 6 of those spaces to put that in. I did ask them, down the road, if you decide that you no longer want to support this, then are we just going to have this thing stuck in there? And they said no, they would come.
Looking for a motion to approve the installation of the ATM at the high school.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion on this?
This, I think you answered it last time, but this has its own separate meter.
We would pay for the electricity for it.
Okay. So is there the installation costing?
It costs us nothing.
Okay,
They'll run the electric.
They'll run the electric.
There's electric out there anyway.
yeah, the sign, but they'll probably have to run their own.
We looked at, we'll run it from where you enter for basketball games there. There's a closet to the left and there's electrical on that, and then they will bury that across the parking lot to that area.
So it will not require busting up sidewalks, think 3 or 4 under.
Yes.
And it's basically for use like at events and stuff like that.
Anyway, it'll be available 24/7.
Yeah,
The idea is in our concessions and all, and even our gates, we don't accept ATM cards, credit cards. The fees on those end up costing us money. So this is something that, a few times I've ended up having to stop at an ATM and ask you right there on site. And Lincoln, our Liberty Federal is wanting to do this as a nice partnership with us and really is asking nothing in return. We'll end up advertising on our billboard for them. We do have a sign on the football field and they're also on the digital sign on the basketball field.
What is their opposition to other than electrical feed wise, but to option 3? I'm not super crazy with losing parking spaces, especially if we're talking up to 6, because on the home game, like especially football season, somewhat basketball, but that parking lot is really packed. We're going to take 6 spots out. It seems like it's going to be a lot. If there's an option to take no parking spots out. Option 3 is out basically at the corner of the way where you just pull up.
They're wanting to be up front with exposure.
Well, what we're approving is not the specific location tonight anyway. It's-
Okay, we're just.
We're approving the project and the administration will work with Liberty to finalize the,
Okay.
it's.
They're actually going to, like that, back at 3, they're actually going to build a small building there to house it. So it won't be just like it will be a drive up, but not necessarily one, just a machine required to have a building.
Any other discussion on this? We have a motion and a second to approve the installation of the ATM at the high school. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
All right, Mr. Jakes, our principal here at Terrace, has asked to join the Indiana Principals Leadership Institute. That comes at a cost of $1,000 per corporation. Mrs. Dudo is in her 2nd year of the program. the state of Indiana no longer provides funding for this like they have in the past, but the cost of school corporations did not increase. Instead of it being run through Indiana State now, it'll be run through the Indiana Principals Association. As part of this group for 4 years, it's a valuable time for principals to work with peers across state, end up looking at the culture of their building, and the second year, they really work on their school improvement plan with 2 teachers from the building.
Looking for a motion to approve the request.
I'll make a motion to approve the request.
Second,
Second.
a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Dr. Wall.
We have our preschool and pre-K rates for you for approval. We've looked at the rates over the last couple of years and just the income that we are currently pacing against what our costs are, and don't have any suggestions on increase for those. Want to keep those costs down for families so that we can keep students coming into those programs and be kindergarten ready as possible. That's our suggestion for tonight, is keep those rates the same for your approval.
Looking for a motion to approve the preschool and pre-K rates.
I'll make a motion to keep the rates for preschool and pre-K the same as last year.
Second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Mr. Slade.
All right, so before you, just the right of entry and the easement resolutions for looking up to the regional sewer district. Our lawyer, our attorney, school attorney did look over this, made suggestions. Those suggestions were adopted by the regional sewer, or through the whole planning process, and before you, just the opportunity to approve. Have been taking right between the north parking lot and the baseball field, basically running a line along there. Should not interfere with the parking lot, crossing the path back to the current treatment plant, and then heading south to High School Road and connecting there. It's going to run out High School Road to 165.
The lift station that's back there will remain.
There's going to be a lift station there. I don't know if that is going to be that one or if they're replacing it. But there will be a lift station. And it's supposed to be done before August the 27th. No, I'm sorry, August the 26th.
Looking for a motion to approve the right of entry and easement resolutions.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion on this? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
The North Posey Teacher Association is asking that the board approve a memorial honoring Michelle Parrish. It would be out in left field at the softball field. They wanted to pour some concrete, put some bleachers in, and have some lynchings or in the concrete memorializing Michelle Parrish. The family was asked for their permission to grant that 90 days permission was granted.
Looking for a motion to approve the installation of the memorial as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the memorial.
I'll second.
Discussion on this. It's a wonderful gesture. Appreciate them doing that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Personnel.
Yeah, we have a couple that already passed on as far as professional development. So I apologize for that. I asked Brandon Cox to go up to start the Basic Safety Academy. Finding more and more that technology is something that we want to make sure that we are sound in and keep our kids safe from any outside noise. We attended that. Dr. Walden took some teachers up to Jasper to look at reading adoption materials. That was that. And then below that, we have the ICASE conference that our director of special ed and one of the special ed teacher groups attend. The NCTM conference, that's National Conference of Teachers of Mathematics. when we look at our data, there's just some opportunities for improvement. And so we want to send some folks to that conference up in Indianapolis. Nice and convenient location. Danielle and Bernie Gable are going to do some pesticide training at the Vanderbilt County 4-H Fairgrounds. I have a budget workshop coming up through IASBO. Melissa Mendenhall has asked just for the professional time, not for assistance for attending our registration for the National Art Conference. We did that last year as well. You have the spring IASBO conference that is held every 2 years down south. Last in the alternate years, it's usually held up in Fort Wayne. And then Roger Kessler was asking to go to Murray State to learn about small engines.
A motion to approve the professional leave as presented.
I make a motion to approve professional leave.
Second. Discussion on this.
One thing I just noticed is there is Title II funding for casters. That should come up. Sorry, I didn't notice that before.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Information.
All right. So, we have this big building out back, this maintenance facility at the high school. If you haven't seen that before. According to ARC Construction, the installation for the exterior is supposed to be here within the week, and then it will be completed within 2 weeks after that. So that holds true hopefully by the end of February. We won't see yellow anymore on it. We'll just say completed. We are working with Hafer to get the electricians out here to get the 3 roll-up doors hooked up to electricity. Dr. Wallen is working with our wireless access so we can get the card readers on the door. Also then for our wood shop, our construction trays on that door. And that project should be wrapped up other than just the punch list.
The roof at North Elementary, we're just waiting on.
I texted Hafer today and said, hey, we're gonna have some warm weather. Can we start this? And I haven't heard back from them today, so waiting for that. Thanks for bringing that up.
What was it happened at the auxiliary gym? Was that?
There's metal strips that go around there that's supposed to be like an ice band to keep it from sliding off. And that's fine until it all melts and then it all slides off and it gets speed and just rips it off. They did it last year and we had it replaced, and so this looks like it's gonna be a ongoing thing.
Damage the roof at all, or it just
It just
took
tears
out
off.
the?
Just tears the strips off.
They just stick on. Maybe we could add more of them higher up.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
Break it into a couple slabs instead of just one.
But on that note, I would like to draw special attention. I think our maintenance facility, our custodians did a great job during the 12 to 14 inches of snow that we got. That wasn't easy. And so they put in a lot of extra time just getting everything ready for school.
It's always impressive when we can get back before EVSC.
Yeah.
Alright, so our next board meeting. Do we?
That'll be at North Elementary.
Will it be at North Elementary, or will you do your thing and then come back to the office?
It would be much easier for you if we went back, right?
So next meeting you'll be at the central office, what you're saying?
With the,
Well,
with our
executive
meetings
session.
at North Elementary.
Gotcha. So executive session will be there. The
Yes.
board meeting will be at North.
Yes.
Alright, with that, looking for a motion to adjourn unless somebody has something else.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
We are adjourned.